All right, welcome back. We have just talked to Moidrid, discovered the truth about Helgen. I think that was his name. And we got to go kill him, I think. Can't allow a piece of shit like that to live. While also having a chance to convince others to, do his bidding. But before we do that, we gotta go to House Dweminal and Hadrit House. And those are the only two, I think. Wasn't there an animancer in that sanitarium we needed to talk to as well? See, not the voice from the past. Right. At Hadrit House. Okay. So that's where we're going anyway. So good. Any others that we need to do here? No, these are all character quests and the like. Okay, so it's really just Hadrit House we need to go to get the talk to the cipher. Hello, Ark of Gath. Never mind, Ark of Gath. Timothy Whitewater and Rocco Francis Whitebrows. Almost certainly look at their souls if we were to try and talk to them. Okay. This is Dweminal Manor. There is Dweminal Dorman.
Hail, traveler.
The burly guard eyes you warily. I don't recognize you. What business do you have with House Dweminal? Nothing. I just wanted to visit. Tell me about House Dweminal. It's an old and respected family. Much of Defiance Bay's prosperity is due to Dweminal business activities. Weren't you opposed to... I feel like the Raymonts were shit-talking you. Someone was, I think. Now, do you have any further business here? No, not yet. I will see you out. Oh, well, he actually saw us out. I'm sure someday we'll have business there, but not yet. I guess we'll just head to Hadrit House then. Do a quick save. Another nice place. The marble of the base has been worn smooth by the passage of hundreds of feet. Dunrid agents. Kern's wasting his time with those disappearances. A lot of agents here. A link. Yes, I'm certain of it. Now, we weren't... no, we were looking for Kern. Let's take a look around first, though. Some of the vintages are even older than Defiance Bay. Wow. Those must be amazing. The notes are scribbled in cryptic shorthand. More agents. Pictures of all manner of folk are pinned to this board alongside notes scribbled in an indecipherable shorthand. So is this place just for researching people in general? That's what it seems like to me. Can't go in there. That must be his, Curran's room, maybe. Actually, I don't know if he's actually high up here or not. Well, nothing up here. Too many guards to go stealing stuff. Not that we would anyways, right? We only take things that aren't considered stealing. I think, usually. Have I been in there? I don't think I have. Okay, nothing here. fixed to the wall leads in a case involving, apparently, a caravan that disappeared en route to New Huemar. Wait, is that my caravan? Where were we going? I forget. I don't think it was supposed to be Gilded Vale. Hello, Kieran.
Hail and well met.
The Orlan man is surrounded by books and scrolls. His wiry hair stands nearly on end, and his ears prick up as you approach. You carry whispers. Kednua, Gilded Vale? Old voices indeed. Huh. Well, you seem to be a legitimate cipher at the very least. You're a cipher like me, I'm guessing. He grins, revealing a row of dagger-pointed teeth. You guess what you must surely know. My own modest abilities suggest that yours are most formidable. Would be quite useful here of all places. Yeah, that's probably true, actually. His ears twitch downward. A pity, then, that my duties for Lady Webb require me to focus my talents elsewhere. He regards a table piled with scrolls. What brings you to Dunrid Row? Well, before we get down to business, I want to just talk to you a bit. Tell me more about your skills. I check for soul connections, looking for lost things, missing things, or troublesome things, particularly where people of power and influence are concerned. I'm a cipher. In Airglanfath, we were once known as Vishalgwyn, Mind Hunters. That is a fitting title. Nice title, yes. But it wasn't until the Animancers began working with my kind 40 years ago that we truly understood our power. Yeah, I suppose that would bring a better understanding to the cipher abilities. I mean, Animancers really are just scientists of the soul, it seems. Whereas ciphers, well, they're mages of the soul. And then watchers are, well, something else entirely. They're not really mages of those. They're speakers of the dead, or for the dead, with the dead. Nice title, yes. Right. Now we make some of the best detectives in the world. Tracing souls, we can look at a person and see where they have been, or look at a weapon and see who has touched it. His nose twitches as he looks at you. Useful for solving crimes, as you can imagine. Yes it is. Looks as though you could use some help. Curran wags a clawed finger. Not at liberty to discuss my work, unfortunately. Dunrid Row airs only. A civilian would need the confidence of Lady Webb before I could share. I'm sure you're not going to answer me, but what are you so busy with? His small, furry hands gesture expansively at the papers before him. Hollowborn, growing unrest, and the ever-present political intrigues. With so many missing souls, missing persons are the least of our concerns these days. Right. Well, so this affidavit here, is this real? It's signed by you. He holds the page but seems to stare through the words, as if it's something woven in the fabric of the paper. Well, he did say you could tell who's held an object before. Kern bares his pointed teeth. I remember Penhelm, a preening peacock of a man, his mouth dry and hands moist when I told him he was a sole descendant of an Adairan general. Huh, I'm sure he didn't like that much. One who'd fought against Hadrit's rebellion. Ooh. In other words, so you are not the dishonest one here. This is a forgery, it seems. He scans the affidavit. A forgery, and not the first I've seen. He hands it back to you. But I've no time for the knights and their obsessions. Bring this to his commander, Cliver, and show him the seal. He points to the wax stamped by his forged signature. If he compares it with another, he should be able to spot the difference. Surely, yeah. Elof's gaze flickers to you. Doom a man for the soul the gods gave him? Seems rather unfair. Well, I don't necessarily agree we should, but I also think we can use this to, well, blackmail him, basically, into doing what we need him to do. Now, we have 2 tasks to go handle then. One, deal with this, uh-oh. I don't think he's too happy. And he's got a bunch of novitiates. Dude, this can all go away. Just give me the armor. Penhelm's face is white. Just talked to that little cipher, did you? One of my novitiates told me he'd seen someone in the records room. He takes a slow step toward you, extending his hand. Give me the affidavit. I've done nothing to you. His other hand comes to rest next to his sword. What does this mean to you? Your supervisors deserve to know the truth. They kind of do, but also I really disagree with this policy of doing a person for their past life. Is there any evidence at all that a person's soul in their, a person's soul's past has any bearing on their, does it have any predictive power to their current actions? If you prove that to me, maybe I would accept it, but I'm not convinced they do. Don't worry. I'm sure then. What does this mean to you? Are you serious? This is my career. I've labored years for it, and it all hangs on some coincidence of a past life. Any dare wooden, rich or poor, can aspire to a position in the Crucible Knights. Anyone can rise to the rank of High Justice, except for those of us born with the wrong soul. Tell me how that's reasonable. No, I don't disagree with you. Give me the armor, and we'll call it square. I'm surprised that's not an option. Maybe we can get on his good side and get the armor from him by going along with him. You're right. Take it. He grabs it from you with a trembling hand. You have no idea what this means to me. He swallows. Thank you for seeing reason. Now do the same for Osric. Return his family breastplate. He hesitates, clutching the affidavit. I'm certainly grateful to you, but Osric earned his punishment and then sent you to take his anger out on me. Why should I do anything for him? Are you so stuck in the past you need to wear his armor? I gotta ask. He looks down at the breastplate. Hadn't thought of it that way. He pulls it off and hands it to you. Hope this gives him some peace, and perhaps a reason to move on. He gives you a nod and leaves. I'm glad that we, with that, I think I've come to respect him a little bit. I do agree. I think he is, correct. Dooming someone. I guess prejudice against someone's soul is pretty messed up. Especially, they're not even awakened. They don't even have memories of what they did in their past life. That's even more messed up. Well, that takes care of that. I guess we don't need to head back to First Fires. In that case, Copper Lane, and then to the sewers.
A campfire.
Campfire? What? Was that you, Sagani? Oh, uh-oh. This is for the kid. I gave the kid the knife, right? You asked me for one and I said no. Not until you're older and more responsible. Do you remember this conversation? Oh, yeah, it's the knife. Gordy's eyes are fixed on the ground in front of him. Yes, sir. And yet I find you out here playing with a blade that clearly belongs to the knights. Do you see the problem? This must be the kid's father. I didn't steal it, honest. I traded a secret for it. He points at you. Ask her. Hammer turns to you. Is what my son says true? I did. Yeah, I'm not gonna throw the kid under a bus. He is telling the truth. He was dishonest. He went behind your back, but he's telling the truth. Yes, it is. He wants to be a Crucible Knight. I thought it was a good way to get him started in an honorable profession. He stares at you for a moment, then shakes his head. Well, I still don't approve of my boy having a weapon, but I'm glad he's no thief. I like this, Dad. You can keep the blade, but I'll be holding on to it until you're a squire with the knights. Aw, yeah, he's actually a surprisingly being, well, he's being very compromising about this. I'm actually kind of surprised at that. Come along, Gordy. I won't have you loitering about out here all day. I'm just glad he didn't accidentally stab himself or someone else. He was, when I handed it off to him, he was handling it a little, well, I was just waiting for him to cut a finger off, really. He was tossing it around. He has no experience with handling knives. Good. Viserys. Do I know you? No. Okay. Okay. Osric, do I have good news for you? Let me know how it goes with the knights. Well, about that. Is this the armor you wanted? Osric wavers a moment of disbelief. He looks at you, then back at the breastplate. He reaches for it slowly, as if expecting it to disappear before he can touch it. How did you manage this? Well, Penhelm listened to reason. Osric shakes his head. I've never known Penhelm to listen to reason, even from one as rational as you. But you've recovered it just the same. Here. He reaches into his pocket. I think you'll find it more than fair. When you get the chance, stop by Sonild's shop on the other side of the hall. She sells some of the best gear in the city, and I'll see that she opens her inventory to you. Thank you. I appreciate it. As I understand it, the only people who sell better stuff are the knights, right? What is this armor to you anyway? Osric looks around, trying to appear casual. It's nothing. Just a keepsake. Nice, 2,000 copper. He tries to look you in the eye, but when he does, he appears to reconsider. He sighs. Oh, it commemorates the Order of Mogren, highest order of valor, awarded to the dead, never the living. Oh shit. Us Deerwoodens, real Deerwoodens, we don't have nobility or birthrights, unless you're some copper fucker from Edir. All we got's the honor we bring to our family name. Yeah, okay. I think I can understand its importance now. Copperfucker. That's a new one. It is a pretty good one, too. So this, he pauses, considering the weathered metal, a pale image of its former self, but still catching the light, is something to live up to. I respect that greatly. All right, then. Farewell. I assume that means we can probably talk to Wenin now, but let's see what old Sunild here has to sell to us.
Yes. Hello.
So the wilds haven't claimed you yet. She smiles. Good to see you again. So can you show me your wares? Exceptional arbalist. So better than fine. Actually, I could, looks like I might be able to compare them. Yeah. So exceptional. And then fine. What is the difference besides, you know, being 2,000, no, almost double the price? So 4 more damage, 4 more minimum damage, 5 more maximum damage. No change to there. And then, okay, an extra +4 accuracy, extra plus 15% damage, which must be from the enchantment, if I had to guess. Still, very nice. Ooh, an exceptional warbow. Maybe I should give myself one of those. I can't afford it. Yeah, I could just barely afford it. Bracers of all-consuming rage. But I do have some stuff to sell. Maybe I can't afford it. +2 might, +1 con. That's not a terrible idea there. I have some people who could probably use that. Namely, well, either Edir or Sagani, more likely. Probably Sagani. Edir's focus is on, not on might so much as taking hits. The dandy hat of the diseased yak. What the hell? It's a very dandy hat, yeah. +2 resolve, -1 intellect. Yeah, no thank you. I guess it would have to... I think it's saying you have to have resolve to wear this hat. But, well, you're clearly not very smart to do so. The legend behind this hat is that it once belonged to a famed prince of a small kingdom that was conquered and absorbed into the Adiran Empire. The prince and his court were known for their outlandish dress, but not, unfortunately, for prowess in battle. In fact, when the prince learned that the Adiran army was marching toward him, he threw a fabulous party to welcome the invaders. Yeah, not very smart. This hat survived a war and subsequent occupation and has been traded in many a dark corner by those wishing to further their social standing with panache. Lined with garish purple silk and adorned with a large, chauchoir, not sure what, it's probably French, but not sure how to pronounce it. Feather that makes, the hat makes a strong, if questionable, fashion statement. Snurf's Folly. +1 resolve, +2 con. That one would be good for Edir, actually. Bile Stompers. Minor Fetid Caress. Whatever that does. Be really nice if it could, they could actually tell me. +5 damage reduction, but only against corrode. Yeah, that's not even close to worth it for us. Cloak of the Fox and Hunter. Get to summon a noble creature. A Beagle Dog. Aw. I wonder if it fights for you if it's just a pet. And then plus will and reflex. Munakra Aret. Oh, gives you the Whisper of Treason. Cipher ability. And +12 will. Berserker's Belt. Only usable by barbarians and gets you extra frenzy. I could use it in more camping supplies. Alright then. Let's take that. And let's see about selling some of the stuff in our stash. Alright, we have a whole bunch of stuff to sell. And yeah, that will get us quite a bit of money. In fact, I could even afford to buy something exceptional, maybe. The only one I would want is the warbow or the hunting bow, but alternatively, I can also buy. I would maybe go for Snurf's Folly or the Bracers of All-Consuming Rage. Or maybe both. The attribute increases they're nice. Let's see what we could use the most. And compare it to what we already have. Which I actually don't have Wait, no, I do have bracers. I have Favano's gloves. Gives me dexterity. I'll keep the dexterity, of course. Deflection and internal funding. No boots, no waste. He doesn't have any, but he also doesn't need those bracers. Has an open ring slot. Has an open ring slot. What about these bracers? Restore light endurance. I think he would be better off with the bracers that they have there. Maybe. I suppose you could use might. And she could as well. So, I'd say we have 3 people to split those between.
How do you do?
Right, might and constitution, and then resolve and constitution. Wait, that's 1 con, 2 resolve, 2 might, 1 con. Right. So if I got both of these, would I have enough for one of these? No, I definitely would not. If I was going to get one, it would be Snurf's Folly. I'd give it to Edir. Now, which of these would I like to get, maybe? Hunting bow, exceptional war bow. Can I compare it to... there we go. My current hunting bow. Wait, who's talking? Okay, it's Sagani's. Well, okay, if we talk with Gwyneth.
Good day to you.
Okay, the fine warbow gives the difference is our 1 extra maximum damage, an extra 4 accuracy, and extra 15% damage, right? Expected. The exceptional hunting bow, it's faster, which is nice. Does 4 less damage minimum and 6 less maximum. Okay. So obviously weaker. That was expected, though. And then plus 8 accuracy, plus 30% damage. Really, it seems the only benefit to getting the hunting bow instead of the war bow is the increased speed. I'm just not sure if the fast speed makes up for the lower damage or not. The more damage would help you overcome damage reduction. So there might be situations where the hunting mode would basically do nothing, but the exceptional warbow would do something. So basically you'd be at a fast pace doing no damage versus at a slower pace doing a lot of damage or a little damage. Okay, I decided to look up the actual meaning of the attack speeds, the numbers on them. So we have a roughly 2.66 second cycle for the warbows and the about a 4-second cycle for the 2.66 for the hunting bows, 4 second for the warbows. And so if you look at the average damage, basically taking the middle of the damage range, then the hunting bow has an average DPS of 6.2 damage per second compared to the warbow, which has an average DPS of 5.4 damage per second. So, with that in mind, as long as you're capable... Well, so that's assuming no damage reduction. I imagine as you start adding damage reduction, that might switch. Yeah, it does narrow as you start adding damage reduction. So at a 4 damage reduction, right, that narrows the gap to just 4.7 for the hunting bow and 4.4 for the warbow. And then, of course, as I'm sure as you get even more and more, it'll tip into the warbow's favor. But I'm not sure. Well, so if we're against those, we could actually check how much damage reduction do certain armors give us. So this is piercing, so Fine Brigandine would get them 12, 11, even 5 for the Fine Robe. 3, 10, or 13. 8. So I should assume, I think, at least 10 when making this decision. Because I think we're going to face plenty of enemies with that high. Yeah. By the time you get to 10 damage reduction, it does tip in the warbow's favor at 2.9 versus 2.4 damage per second. I think we'll stick with the warbow then. Yes, we attack faster, but with the kind of damage reduction we're likely to see, I think it makes sense. Now, I suppose there is the option of, I think there are enchantments that, nice. Too bad I can't get it to there on my own. Not that I have the materials. But, nah, maybe there isn't. Could have sworn there was, something that allows you to bypass damage reduction, but no, doesn't seem to be the case. But yeah. Warbow it is. I just realized I have a special scepter here. Gerdhuen's Stens. Wizard, Priest, and Druids. I should give that to someone. To my wizard. Maybe. Right? It's a scepter, soulbound scepter. Certainly better than yours currently, right? Yeah, it does more damage. More accuracy. Just in general, way better. Yeah. The blue stone scepter is remarkable in that it has been shaped from a single sapphire. Its only other component in it is its grip, made of silver bands. Right. Let's equip that. And, ooh, power, and bind your soul to it. Deal 200 raw damage to enemies with geared Stens to unlock the next level. Fair enough. It's cooler than her hat, at least. I do like the hat, but I still wish it didn't get rid of her hair. Okay.
Welcome.
I've made my decisions. Exceptional warbow, please. And wherever you are. The Snurf's Folly. Yeah. Expensive. But worth it. You get a ring. There you go. How much HP does that give you? Not as much as I might like. Surprisingly. I mean, you're level 7, right? And it gives you 2 constitution, so what should that be? What, 14 HP? Well, it's giving you an extra... Or no, it's percentage. Every con is, I think, 5%. So, yeah, it's the extra 10%. Which should be 15 or 16 endurance, right? But no, it's not right. Maybe the con was lower or had a lower effect on endurance? Well, we'll investigate that shortly. Got my exceptional warbow. It's minus 35. Okay, that's plus 40. So that's an extra 8 from 0. Yeah, that tracks. Extra 40% health and endurance plus 16 fortitude. Yeah, that doesn't seem to track. Oh, but no, it's based off of your base. Yeah, okay. Right, what is my base? I can't tell. Fair enough. Okay, that makes a little more sense. And that's also less good, but still useful. It'll have more effect as he levels.
Have you ever chased a skirt wizard? Or do you merely hide behind them?
What?
Don't pawn your personal problems off on me.
What?
They will use you, cast you off when it suits them. Never speak another word to you.
Who?
Maybe they just don't answer to fiery whore.
Who will cast you off? Is he saying that Eloth is hiding behind Gwyneth, maybe? I'm really not quite sure. Okay. Where is he? There he is. You lied to me. Helig of Thane. Got some revenants here. They'll be problematic. Let's
Yes?
set you back up over here. Let's send
Hey,
Edir over here to deal with the revenants.
how may I help?
Get over there with Durance.
Yes.
We'll send the pup out
Ready, Watcher.
and Gwyneth here. Okay. Helig, did you find my grimoire? Yeah. Mordred told me about your experiments. Yeah, I can't let your research continue. Helig lets out a bubbling hiss of frustration. You should just sound just like him. No ambition, stuck on his pet project and his self-righteous sense of ethics. It's not torturing people isn't exactly what I would call self-righteous. If it were left to people like Mordred, Edomancy would be little more than sorting Angwithan pottery. That's really not what he's trying to do. We'd be as stuck in time as those hut dwellers. He gestures at the table in front of him. Everyone wants immortality, but nobody wants to know what it costs. Yeah, but if the cost is too great, it's not worth it. Quite frankly, immortality in general is usually a deal with the devil kind of monkey's paw sort of thing. A tremor passes through him. He clutches at his stomach. Costs indeed. There's a purpose yet that you can serve. What, you're gonna try and kill me and then raise me? Yeah. That is exactly what he's gonna try and do. Let's have you attack. Let's have you attack. Let's have you attack. Did I get you? And you. Okay. wait, that was Sagani I sent up there.
Following your...
Alright, yeah, attack him. Mark him as your prey. Let's be careful. Do they count as... No. Okay, they're immune to charmed, confused, diseased, dominated, poisoned, sickened, and unconscious. So... Frightened will work. Reduce accuracy by 10. Let's try that then. Is that the hit chance, that 75%? Maybe. Has the question mark, so it's a guesstimate. Alright then. Alethus firing. Let's knock him down if we can, or continue interrupting him. Good. Did we already kill him? Oh, he's near death. Good. Wait, he's green now. What did we do? Was it Speaker for the Restless that did that? No. Kana did Ancient Memory. What does Ancient Memory do? I'm actually not seeing anything named Ancient Memory here. Oh, wait, is that the name of his weapon? No. Huh. Yeah, I'm not entirely sure what that is then. Alright, though. Okay, he's going after the Revenant. That's good. The Revenants are going to kill their own. Let's focus on these ones for now. Alright, actually, no. Get them. Oh, yeah, these guys aren't actually too bad. I was expecting Revenants to be awful, but...
Hey.
Yeah. These ones are small potatoes. Or we're just really, really strong.
A campfire would be good.
Oh, we need a rest. Oh yeah, minor fatigue. Well, I was expecting that to be a much more dangerous fight than it was. But, wonderful.
As you wish.
Fine Scepter. He had his grimoire the whole time. Of course he did. Soul Word Amulet. Just +5 will. You think you hear a woman's voice as you hold it? Let's grab that. Someone... Oh. Oh, this is this belongs to the lady that I was originally sent here to find. Or find out the fate of. A soul prowls within the bloodstone like a caged Stelgare. It's filled with a fierce, restless energy. Who are you? You see an image in your mind of a woman in heavy leather armor bearing twin daggers. Next to her is a man, young and handsome, who calls her Roinya. Yeah, I think we know who that guy is. The vision shifts to a windswept plain next to a lake. 50 men and women in matching leathers lay dead. Yikes. Their bodies contorted and deformed by some sinister sorcery. Roinya falls among them, her body collapsing next to the young man that you saw earlier. She's too weak to speak, but the name Dalton appears in your mind. A lone figure strides across the battlefield, barely bothering to step over the corpses. His eyes are filled with an unnatural light and fixed on Roinya. He reaches out to her, and what little life remains in her body departs. When he takes the amulet from around her neck, you feel her anguished soul trapped within it. Yeah, this guy needed to die. With a final contemptuous glance at the fallen Dalton, the man departs. Dalton sent me to find you. The soul pulses with warmth. It fills your mind with memories of a young man who's both bold and generous. But fury and despair gnaw those images away until all you can feel are cold, crimson walls pressing against you and something loathsome feeding off of you as the years fade into decades. What would you like me to do? I can return you to Dalton, or I can try to set you free. You see an image of the amulet shattering and the soul inside rising and dissipating among the stars. Very well. I can grant you that wish, I think. Need to figure out these grimoires sooner rather than later. You have a rod. What exactly is the difference between these rods and scepters? Is it the speed? Yeah, scepters are faster. But this one is a fine scepter. So we'll go with that. Grim assortment of rusty blades adorn the table, of course. I really should have seen it coming. Yeah. I mean, I kind of did, but kind of didn't at the same time. That he was a monster. What's in there? Oh, yeah. Surprised I didn't get this before. Oh, plus 3 stealth for 120 seconds. Let's go settle this once and for all, though. For Dalton. And Royna. There's Skinflint.
Your brother, did you and he get along?
We got along how brothers do.
Oh, yeah.
He used to throw water on me to wake me up in the morning. I used to fill his boots with stinging ants.
Oh,
My
God.
own brothers and sisters are doing very well for themselves, back in Takoa. I don't know that they'd search for me if I were killed so far from home.
Brothers can be funny. I bet you'd be surprised how far they'd go.
Yeah, maybe. Stinging ants, though, Eder. Oh, having had my legs swarmed by fire ants before. That's... Oh, I died. Oh, that's two. That is not equal compensation for being woken up with cold water. I'm sorry. Oh. All right, Dalton, here we are.
Well met, friend.
His tired eyes brighten. Did you find her? Did you find her? Yes. Show him the amulet. Yes, but not as you expected. The old man studies the amulet. Royna used to wear this. Where did you get it? Yeah. It's from your old adversary, Helig. He trapped her soul inside it. From Helig, who's kept her soul trapped inside it for decades. It's time to set her free. Dalton's eyes widen in horror. No, please. After searching for her for so long, he gazes at the amulet. Just to have her close to me, to visit her in my dreams. That would be enough. Yeah, for you, but if you truly love her, is that really the fate you want to have her trapped in an amulet forever? Unable to cry out or just tortured endlessly? Or, well, I don't actually know what it's like to be in an amulet, but enough for you, but what about her? If you'd keep her trapped in this amulet for the sake of your own comfort, you're no better than the wizard who imprisoned her. Well, I wouldn't go quite that far. Perhaps she found you now so that you could finally say goodbye. I like that answer better. Dalton's expression withers. You're right. Please, let me do it. Understandable. He draws a club with a trembling hand and crushes the amulet. As the gem cracks, you feel essence rush from it. The old man looks at the shattered gemstone. Thank you for showing me reason. Perhaps she'll wait for me in the next life. Looks at his hands shaking. By the flame, she won't have to wait long. I hope you mean because you're old and not something else. Please take this. He hands you the club. It's from my old adventuring days. I think it's time I finally let them go. Well, it's not exactly a happy ending, but it's also not the worst ending. Bittersweet, I suppose. I love how the cat's eyes glow in the dark. I do wish you well, Dalton.